It's kind of gross. Hey, how you feeling? You're full.
Mom. Mom.
I blew my back out yesterday morning, so. Holy sh.
I'm just following the direction.
He's doing it. This is the steering orbital. This has to be in alignment because I have to put that into time. What's up? So, wait, what's up? What's up? I just pulled my thermostat off my truck because the other day we had some issues on the truck where I had the overflow bottle, or the rad cap had just coolant everywhere. I was out in Enderby picking up hay. I don't know if that's part of this video or another one. I'm 2 videos behind. I need to do it. But I've pulled the thermostat off and checked it. I can't get it to open at 190 degrees of temperature, so it might be a little bit higher rated than that, but didn't test it the best because I didn't want to. I got to go buy a pot tomorrow while I'm in town to turn into a dedicated shop pot so I can test stuff like this. But when I've done stuff like this on other parts, it did work, and I just poured hot water over the thermostat, so it didn't open, which tells me it might have failed. I've pulled the rad cap off. I haven't tested the rad cap yet, but I did pull the coolant reservoir off. So this is off, and you can, I don't know if we can see the sludge that's in there. So it's kind of gross. So it might just be old coolant that sits in the reservoir that doesn't get cycled through. So I'm going to flush this out, and that might solve a lot of our problems. And I'm going to probably replace my thermostat tomorrow. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is check this and clean this all out. So I'm going to get on that. I'm also working right now on trying to clean this bench up so that I can work on the Mannyhindra parts, because we have like $1,300 of Mannyhindra parts have just showed up, and I need to rebuild this and a bunch of this other stuff. And this is the only parts we're waiting for, the injection pump rebuild. So I need to clean all this crap up. So that's what I'm working on. But I'm just going to dump this into my coolant catch. It's over there. And then get some clean water and some brake clean and cycle this and clean this all out. And hopefully that will solve a lot of our problem. All right, so I got the truck put back together. That coolant tank just had a bit of gunk in the bottom. And now what I'm thinking it mostly was, so I cleaned this all out. I think the coolant's going bad in this, is what I think. You only got so long before coolant starts to do weird stuff. So I need to get I have a coolant tester, but I don't know where it is. So, and I got to check this too. I think this is just actuated by a spring, so I don't think there's a wax part in there. There's no coolant in the oil. There's no coolant in the trans fluid. If there was, it would be floating on the top or on the bottom. Yeah, it would be on the bottom. Because oil floats on water, or we would have a mixed oil and water, and we don't have that. So I don't know where else these things could mix. So also, come on, get in there. Come on. Oh God, this is hard. I could say something, but I'm trying to keep this family friendly and not rig pig friendly. So the color of the mix in the bottom was like grayish, so sludge type color. As the coolant breaks down, it does weird stuff. So if it was pinkish, it would be coolant, and if it was blackish, it would be oil. So I just think we've got some breakdown going on of the coolant, or like I said, that thermostat, we could not get it to test. So I do need to get a dedicated coolant thing, because I don't want to mix the coolant and glycol with anything the sheep or us or the dogs would get. So I'm really leery about using any of the pots in the house. This is on, but not good. I wouldn't recommend driving my truck right now until I get a new thermostat. So I'm just gonna get a new thermostat. They're cheap enough. Just do it. And then the rad cap, I'll test it one day, or I could just buy one. They're cheap enough. So I might just do that. I see you sleeping there, Hobbs. All right, let's get you guys some food. Your mama ran away, bud. She's on the other side. All right. Hey, how you feeling? You're full. Just cheeky. Good girl. You're looking a lot bright-eyed today. You can tell he's a big boy when he's lying down. Or you're little. Good girl. So cute. The ice isn't very thick?
It's not very thick.
Okay.
But it's not going to take very much out of these waters at all.
No.
So it should be good. I just pulled this red one into the sun.
The red hose? Oh, okay. Got you. So it'll flow out. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty warm out for... It's warmer right now at -2 or 3 than it was the other day with the winds at +3.
Yeah. Not very thick.
No. You got everybody else done?
I haven't done the down below ones. I figured to get the dog food and then
Oh, okay.
eating, I could do
Okay.
it.
This better place. Oh, I really got jammed in there. Nothing issue in that. Of course, it would have stuff in it still. That, and that should be good. This is mess I don't care about. So Carrie's working the sheep, or her rams right now. I helped her get that sorted up, but without a tripod right now, it's hard to set up a camera there. We've been trying to pick one up from Princess Auto. They just haven't got it stocked yet. So it's at the store, but not out. Oh, and I'd stay out, but I blew my back out yesterday morning, so I can barely stand upright right now. So I'm just gonna go in and get a heating pad on this because it's pretty bad. I was trying to pick up a trailer 2 days ago, like the tongue of a trailer, and yank it onto my truck. And and I slid in the ice the other day too, and my back is just freaking done. So it's no good. So everybody's fed this morning, but except for the Rams. Carrie's gonna do that after she's done, and she can get them all sorted and done. So I gotta go get this pressure off my back here. So probably not a lot of interesting going on this week. I'm gonna take the chance to maybe I'm about 2 weeks of videos behind. I'm gonna try and get that done. I hope. Hey. We just got back from the farmer's market and we're kind of just ensuring everything's secured. I gotta put these to cover my tires so they don't sun check, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. That's it's fine, whatever. We just had to secure the panel and then these green totes, and everything else looks okay. I can't do much about yet. And all the lambs look good. Eddie was nursing for Mama. I got a bit of a short video to send to the vet if you wanted. So the winds, we're just out doing chores. I can't do a whole lot because my back is completely fried again from trying to move the tractor axle into position the other day. Winds are up to 61k gusts, which is the heaviest we've ever had up here that's recorded. No, there's a lamb on a mum. Right there, that lamb is climbing. So, Carrie's just turning off the water so we can get to the next part. I just took the skiddy and I parked it beside the river here because I'm afraid some of this plywood might get lifted, because usually right about this time as the sun's going down, the winds aren't the worst. The winds will get bad about 10 or 11 usually just for our area. This wind is coming out of the south right now, which is heavily unusual. It's pretty consistent. I guess it's normal for the way it is. But extra precaution, because that's the car somebody wanted to store here and let them, because we're trying to help them out. So they stored their car there. So somebody stores I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, I got a bunch of plywood here. It hasn't moved yet, but that doesn't mean it won't. So let's just park this here. And then plus, if one of these buildings, there's a bunch of lambs in there, so I can shove the go into the back of that, skiddy into the back of that if we have an issue. So if Carrie's coming down, we can get this hay going, because I can't move this on my own. Holy I forgot to pick that up, so that fell over. Something else here fell over. Piece of plywood. At least that was put together. Looks okay. Looks like we lost one of these. Oh, I forgot. Wow. Hey guys. Looking good, Mr. Buddy. Mr. Eddie. Yeah, you want to Bubba? Get your Bob in a bit. Ooh, I need to go put sunglasses on. This is brutal out here. So bright. We just stopped the snow not half an hour ago and it started to clear up. Looks like that's all safe. Hi, boss. All right. So here's the deal. We, or just Carrie, my back is still fried, are off to do herding on cows today with Maya. So what that means is, Jake didn't come through here. Oh, he came through here somewhere. What that means is, oh, I think he pushed out from there. We're gonna feed the sheep early today. We're gonna be giving, oh yeah, he got out through there. We're gonna have to get his, oh no, he came through over there. We're gonna be feeding the sheep their morning and night stuff, their meals. They're gonna get both their meals right now because it's like the afternoon, and if I go with her, if I can stand to be in the vehicle for that time, she is going to head out in another hour or so or two to head up and do cow training. So that's what's going on. We got to try and figure out Jake though, because he keeps escaping and that can't happen.
Dude.
This is drips.
Mm-hmm. Mom. Mom. It's not for you.
For Eddie.
It's for Eddie. You were such a teenage mother.
Do we need to pick Eddie up? Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
No, that's inside me.
Eddie?
Eddie. I'm out here, I don't know. I'm just gonna explore.
Oh, drink your Bubba. How full is he?
He's pretty full.
Eddie?
Eddie.
I'll pick him up with this one side. So we're just about, oh, sorry, coughed up. We're just, better. Okay, we're just about to head out. My back is good enough to move around a little bit, I do suppose. So we're gonna head out because there is some stuff we have to grab in town on our way through. So we're gonna do that. Princess Auto Stop. I gotta get some things, chain thing for this, and then some colored zip ties for the hydraulics on that as it goes back together. Slightly.
She was on loose lead walking beside me there. She was really I remember she was like beside me.
Yeah, so that's like a good frame of mind. Like you should just have an honor, like even there, she said, you want to take what you know and you want to times it by like 3 or 4. So let's medium outrun or like a longer outrun when you're training on sheet is a very close outrun when you're training slalom. Nice, Maya. Good girl. Good girl. That's okay. Same rules, so same rules apply, you just want a different thing.
Welcome back. No, wait, is this video part of the last one? I don't know, I'm so editing behind. If you did see part of this video, or if you didn't, go watch the last video, because I don't know what I'm doing here. I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. We just were doing my training last night. We didn't get done and home until like midnight, because we grabbed some dog food from a friend of ours. But we were way north that way, so it took a bit to get back. And then we had to stop and grab minute food from one of the fast food joints just to have some supper. So good to know next time. Prepare ahead of time. While we were in town, we got diesel. There's the dog food. And then Carrie got a new water bucket for Miss Mama, because we used that for Jake. Actually, pretty much exactly that same bucket for Jake last time. And he went ahead and demolished the bucket. So now she bought a new one. We also got some stuff here for making Jake a escape harness hat thing, one of those triple pole things. So between last night when we got home at 11 or 12 or whatever, and when we got up at 7 this morning, because we slept in because it was so late. I slept, well, we both did. We had some fresh snow. Look at that come off the trees. They're calling for 15 to 20 centimeters again tonight, which is about 5 times what we got here. So Hopefully we get that. I got to take that bucket. I got to take that seat off of that so it doesn't get wet, but we're going to melt that out first. So today is making that thing for Jake, and I have to go and pull this hydraulic Orbital off of the skid steer because I forgot to set alignment on it with the front axle, and now I don't know where it is, so I got to do that. I caught some colored zip ties for doing that. That's kind of the stop. We're gonna feed everybody, and big thing is make that thing for Jake. My back is still pretty fragged out here, but we'll check and see how everybody did here this morning. I'm gonna go unload the Jeep and we'll get moving here. Well, she doesn't look too bad. A little bit frosty, but she looks fine. Yeah, she just broke it. She didn't, yeah. See? You can see footprints in there?
Yes. Poopy footprints.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty thick, so I don't know.
I think it might have been multiples, and she was the one that went through.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be able to rinse your guys' water out.
Yeah, they should drink it down, eh?
Yeah. I'm just looking at how dirty that ice is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's feeding done, eh? Just the boys' water tank. Not this yet, but that's done. That's dry. We're just gonna pull this off and put it into the shop. I don't need this getting wrecked out here. The sun will damage this more than the weather, the rain and the water will. Yeah, looks good. So this should just pop straight up and get in the shop.
I'm just following the directions, so I marked it. I'm just going down the thing. So
Oh, okay.
it said.
No, I see how it goes. I see. It's all good.
So I'm sure.
So from one end you do one measurement, and from the other end it probably does a different one.
The other one.
Okay.
On the other end.
I'm gonna get to my oil stuff here and see how this is working. The weights.
Yeah. These are the holes for the counterweights.
Okay. And then this is the long one that goes through. Very cool. Oh yeah, I see.
So this is.
So then it's.
This is a 1/2 inch hole.
Oh yeah, because that takes the big bolt, and then those
then
ones
these
are
are
quarters.
1/4 inch.
Okay, well I'll have to figure out. I got my drill bits right there, and then there's another set in here. I'll just figure out what we need, and I'll try and get this squared up and cleaned up here. I gotta find a brush. Oh.
Right now, so this sheep might go running from you.
Yeah. They're pretty much almost done, so. Now you can't get out. So you got that set up down there?
Yeah.
I'll take the leash up here. You're gonna go fix his hole and then.
I was gonna take a panel from the chute and stick it up where he was sliding under.
Okay.
'Cause I think that's where he went out again.
Okay.
And
Okay, sounds good.
hopefully that way he doesn't try to push under with that thing.
Yeah, no, it's setting itself back to 0, but he definitely does not like it.
Well,
He's doing. If you want to keep pushing under the fence, this is what happens. It is loose, don't worry about it. He just doesn't like it. Look at these guys. We can add extra nuts to that if we need to get more weight down. If we have to. It looks like it is resetting though. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish my oil change. You did good on that. So Jake has been just finding every little hole in our fence that's kind of weak, because we do have about one fence that's not finished, one fence that doesn't exist, it's just panels, that's fine. And then the other one is just, instead of repairing it, we're actually moving it up 10 feet. So I'm just letting it fall apart and band-aiding it as we need to band-aid it. The problem is every time he perceives a threat, he's jumping out and going after it, which is not a bad thing, but then he can't find his way back to his sheep. So we just want him to stay with the sheep more and not push on the fences. So that's why we put that on him, because give him a week, a month or so, he should not want to be jumping out anymore. So he won't get that on all the time. We'll take it off tonight, and then he'll go into his little pen. So that's what Carrie worked on there, just because he was getting really bad. It wasn't bad. We had one day where we left a bottle out, and the ravens took the bottle, one of the lamb bottles, and he went after them and grabbed the bottle and brought it back. But then he couldn't find his way back in, so he started to wander. And we don't want him to wander without the sheep being out and about. So that's kind of why we've had to build this thing, or Carrie built this thing. I'm busy doing oil change on that. I'm not showing that because you guys have seen it before. Oh, good morning. So I don't know where we left off there yesterday. Oh, shoot. I've been working on, I got my hydraulic Orbital removed, and I got those zip ties on there, so everything's color coded. These zip ties are on sale at Princess Auto right now for 100 of them for $3, $4. So I got all these colored zip ties for $4, so I can start labeling all my hoses on the Mannyhindra. So when I put this Orbital together, I'll flip here. So this is the steering Orbital. This, and this. This turns, and then these hoses open sort of progressively, and this geo rotator sort of spins in here, and all these plates come down, and all these holes basically line up. And then the final thing is basically this big mother trucker right here lines up on here, and you can see there's holes inside. This alignment dowel right here should be, if I recall, this way. Come on. Should be in here like that. Come on, in there. And then you can see if we set this right where it's set to alignment, so that's supposed to be in alignment, these holes have pass through, and then these big ones run from here down, or up, or down, into lands in there. But as you turn the wheel, we basically block off a couple and then open up other ones. So this has to be in alignment, and I did not do that. I just threw this in, so I had to take this all out again. That's when I first threw my back out. So that's what I've been currently just working on and downloading the instructions for all this, because I have to put that into time. Otherwise, and then what I also have to do before I put this in, so I have to set this at 0 so that when you're driving, everything is straight. But let's come around the corner here quickly to the Mannyhindra. When we install that steering Orbital, these steering needs to be dead nut straight. It can't be turned to one direction or the other. Otherwise, when you put it in, we'll have way too much turn to, say, this side and not enough to this side. Or what we'll end up getting is when we turn this way to the full lock, we'll start getting a really bad chatter. So I got to jack this up and get this cylinder that I installed the other day with Mom and Dad. That is a dual rod end, so I don't know what it's called. So we got to get that set to even off of this side and then even off of this side, and then we'll put our steering Orbital in right here, and then it'll all be set to 0. But you can see I've got those color coded on all my lines, and I even color coded all the way to the steering, because one of these is left and one of these is right turn. So when the hydraulic flows to the left side, it should turn to the right side, because it has to push that rod over. So that's sort of what I just had to work on last night. My back was starting to feel a little bit better, but I really like having those color-coded zip ties. It is just so much nicer than writing stuff on there. So I'm going to be color-coding all of my hydraulic lines. Mahindra did it from factory, actually, on these. But As you can see, as I've replaced them, the tape has come off, and now I got to recolor code them. So now I can, but it's a cool way to go. Really cheap, like I said, $4 at Princess Auto. So and the Mannyhindra project will come out in its own video later when we get the rest of the parts. We're just trying to put together what we have right now, and I blew my back out trying to push this axle back into the pillow block, but you'll see all that later. This is a daily vlog video, so let's get to the sheep and stuff. So as you can see, we've had snow. We hadn't had snow last night. It was a nice sort of clearish morning, so the solar was cranking out like a hot dog there. Hot dog. But it looks like we might be getting a little bit more weather come in. We're supposed to get more weather tomorrow night, Thursday morning, and then I think Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully, yes, my dear. Hopefully we do get some snow. I know it's counterproductive to what we need to get done, because we do also have to go and run and get hay. So I should probably change the tires out on that truck. My back is really starting to feel a hell of a lot better. But the key is, and this is where I'm bad. When my back starts to feel like that much better, I'll push myself and break it again. Working on that. So what I need to do is just take it a bit easier here and do what I can. So I'm going to finish that Orbital in the shop, get that all timed and aligned, put that in because I can stand over it, so that when Mom and Dad is up for the weekend, Dad will come over and give me a hand back on the tractor, and we'll probably get some more of the engine back together. I don't know how much of it, but as far as I can go, maybe we'll get the dash reinstalled, because that should be good, and drop the fuel tank and replace the fuel level sending unit. Like I said, this thing is getting brand new by the time I'm done. So yeah, we're gonna get these guys fed. Looks like weather's on its way. Hopefully it is. I hope so. Carrie's just in a meeting right now inside, so she'll be out in a bit. I do have a new tripod as well, so I can start actually setting up the camera in places so that we can actually start catching more stuff. But Eddie in C-section, mama, you can hear he's doing good. He wants his morning bubba, but he can wait a minute. We've got to do waters this morning, and we've got to put Jake's little triangle thing back on, and I got to zip tie it to his collar because he managed to get out of it last night, but he did stay put, so I guess it worked in that sense. Anyways, I'm gonna get these waters going. I think you've seen that before, and then I'll start feeding when Carrie gets done her meeting. So pitter patter. So yeah, Jake managed to pull his head out of this, so we're probably going to go one dit tighter here, but to the same one, middle one on this one, and then zip tie this to his collar. So it's a pretty cool thing. It worked really good. It's really nice. But he got it wedged underneath the manure spreader and was able to back out of it. So yeah, I'm king of the guard dogs. It doesn't really work though. That stays on.